Hi there and welcome back. Today I have a little journal that was made as a gift for someone. She is an amazing lady who she volunteers at one of the op shops around here, and she works in the back office where they do sorting of all of the donations that come in. And what she does is whenever there are any napkins that can't be sold, they're not, it's just single one or two napkins, or it's not something that they would sell. She keeps those aside, and then every so often she gives those to me as just little gifts. So I thought to make her a little something just to say thank you for thinking of me every time she does that. So what I have here is an envelope that I've made from wallpaper. It's just got some lace drum on the outside with some hook and loops, and then just more lace here at the top, and it's just a little envelope. What that is used for is a storage for, and also like wrapping for this little booklet that I made. This book was made from the cover of a box that I received something in, and what I did is I covered it with napkin, one of the napkins that she gave me of this beautiful African background. It just says "Make Today Count," and then it has some trim on the front and the back, as well as on the spine. You'll see you won't be able to see any stitching in here because I've done a false spine that I had glued into the side of this book. This book is one signature. On the inside here is a little tuck spot with a card. It's a tag that I've added, but I've actually written her a little thank you note at the back. So I won't be showing you that. And then on the inside, there's really minimal embellishment. I have just a couple of tuck spots and pockets with just little random ephemera in it. Here I have some pretty paper that I've added a band, and that lives inside of that little tuck spot. There are, as I said, really minimal embellishments. There is some stickers on this spread, and in here I have another little tuck spot. This is a journaling card that I have just stuck in there with some random trifold paper, scrap paper, just to make a little writing spot. All of the pages in here are either coffee dyed with some stenciling on the top, or this is alcohol ink dyed paper. Then I have this little folio that I just clip in with a paper clip, and this is actually scrap leftover paper. I used the top part of this. It had beautiful images that I used in a different journal, and this piece of the book page, double spread book page, was left over, and I turned that into a little folio. It's just a little thank you spot that has a bookmark or journaling spot, whatever you choose to be. This is just a little coloring page from a really small book that I have, and then this in here is a little tag, so that goes in there along with a scrap piece of PET washi tape, clear washi tape, that I'd stuck onto some acetate. I was going to throw this away, and then because it was full of glue, but I managed to get all the glue off, and then I could use that. Then further on in here, just a little random tag stuck together on there with a paper clip. Nothing much else through here. And then here I have two tags that I've glued together and glued it into the book as a pocket with another little journaling card. And at the back I have a pocket that I glued in with a tag that I just cut the tag shape out of white paper and just covered the outside with stickers, butterfly stickers that I stuck them on halfway. I actually did the side first, and I stuck them over the edge, and then just folded them all over and stuck them to the back, and I think it makes a really pretty little border on both sides. That's the little book that I made. And then along with that, I was playing around with some scrap paper, and I made a hidden paper clip that is literally just holding on some of my scraps that you could use to scribble little notes on, if you want to keep a phone number or write it down, or you need to remember to go and pick up someone from wherever. You could just jot that on here, and once you've used it, you can throw away the piece of paper. The idea is once that you've used all your little scraps of paper, you can just, whatever scraps of paper, envelopes, or whatever you have that you has some writing space on it, you could just put a whole bunch of them together again and stick them on with a paper clip, and that will be going in here as scribble notes. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.